we are making aglio olio. It's a very basic pasta dish, and I think everybody should know how to make this because there's a lot of components in the dish that you use to apply to making other pasta dishes, like the emulsion, the timing, how you would not fry your garlic too much, and how you would have the olive oil and the pasta water at the correct ratio to have a good sauce. So this will be a very chill, slow-paced, I don't like fast-paced videos, so it's gonna be a pretty chill video. So sit back, relax, drink your coffee, get some tea if you haven't had any tea. Just enjoy the show. I'm gonna be wearing this GoPro on my head so you will see everything that I am doing. So enjoy. How I usually cut garlic is I press the garlic to remove the skin, discard the skin, and just chop the edge because the edge there's root in it and the end is a little bit tough to eat. It's not pleasant, so yeah. It helps with the experience of the garlic and how it melts into the sauce and how it melts into the olive oil. And I just removed the roots because I haven't actually searched this, but what I saw is that apparently this doesn't digest in your body that well, so I always just remove it. So that's this sauce. For stubborn skin, what I usually do is I cut the end and then I just press it, and it will help you release the skin as a whole. My garlic is pretty dry, so I could literally just push it and the skin would come off easily. So if you have fresher garlic, the skin sticks to the meat of the garlic quite stubbornly. And yeah, just doing that technique, cutting the end and pushing it. So I'll do it again. Cut the end. Push it up, like horizontally, and then just pull it. It will come off easily. So I'd like to cut this quite thinly, but I also want to, as thin as possible, but the main reason why you want to do that, because the thinner your garlic, the more more surface area you have on the garlic to I guess mix with the olive oil and make the olive oil more fragrant. I'm starting with a cold pan here, but first I'll cut this first and make slices out of it. I am just starting out, that's why I have Ducky here to help me with my lighting. I have no clue on how to do videography. So if you have any suggestions on light setups or whatever videography, I don't know, anything that will help me make my content a little bit more easier to the eye, just let me know. So first we will cut this in slices. So if this is like 3-4 garlics, I'll just slice it. You want to be as thin as possible. Just being very delicate to it. Okay? As thin as possible. I guess the sharper your knife is, the better, because it will help you cut it really thinly. If you could see it, try to show how thin it is. Oh, there you go. Do it again. I'm trying to project the video of my GoPro, and it's slightly delayed, so it's hard to know exactly what I'm showing. Anyway, continuing with the garlic, cutting very thinly. Should be most of it. So, bench scraper, it's a lifesaver. I always use this because if you use your knives to scrape up ingredients from the chopping board to your pan, it will dull the end of your knife, the edge. But if you do have a bench scraper, then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I started to boil my water. That's about 1.5 liters of water. I don't like it as salty as the sea. I know people always say have it as salty as the sea. But since we're using the water to add into the emulsion, to help emulsify the oil and the starch from the water, then if you have it too salty, whenever you're adding and you're evaporating the pasta water, it gets too salty. And when I was starting out cooking, I always follow that, and I really find it difficult to know the ratio and get it correct at the right consistency and the right mouthfeel. So I usually just put, as what you just saw, just literally 2 teaspoons, and that's it. I could taste it. It's not salty, it's just right. And that should be enough salt, because you would be putting that into the pan and it will continue to evaporate and it will make it salty concentration. Anyway, enough of that salt conversation. Now I have started this pan at a very low heat. And now I'm gonna add, back to my ducky, my olive oil on a cold pan. Be very, very generous. It is Aglio olio, so it's garlic and olive oil. So if there's not enough garlic and not enough olive oil, then it's just gonna be half Aglio olio. With the garlic, the amount of garlic depends on how strong the garlic flavor is. The more the merrier type of thing. There's no really preference. I know Italians would be like, use this and do that, but who cares? It's fine. It's gonna be a good dish. No need to stress about it. So while you're waiting, I'm just gonna go closer so you can see. I hope the audio will be okay, because I've got no idea. This is my first time filming. So as you can see, the oil hasn't started shimmering yet. You want it to start shimmering, but you don't want the garlic to start bubbling and start frying in the oil. You just wait. You just wait and be patient and have it at the lowest setting of your hobs. And it will sort itself out. Just relax, just chill, you know what I mean? Chill. If you heard that, I'm sorry, I live right next to a highway. It is what it is. Anyway, I got some parsley and I removed just the herbs. And now I'm kind of just rolling it. I'm rolling it because it's easier for you to chop rolled herbs rather than just having it all flat in one spread out all over the chopping board. So see how you're chopping it more precisely? and more uniformly. And it's quite important to have a sharp knife, because if you don't have a sharp knife, you're pretty much just pushing. You're just pushing the ingredient, and you're pretty much just like bruising the ingredient. You want it to stay fresh and stay whole. So if you use a sharp knife, you're cutting it. You are not bruising it like that. And the flavor profile is different. You want to say hi, Ari? That is my partner. She is very shy. I'm an introvert, okay? Sorry, I'm just gonna grab some tongs. Tong, 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 tong. Yep. Good weapon. Mise en place. Always have your ingredients ready to go. So I got my parsley in a bowl. I love metal bowls. It just helps you so much. It gets you organized. You just literally put the ingredients in, you grab it, and you just throw it in, or throw it in the chopping board. If you're finished, you pick it up with your bench scraper and then put it back in. So easy. Okay, the garlic started bubbling. Want to say hi, Ari?
No.
Okay, she's right beside me. The garlic is bubbling, as you can see. I'm gonna turn it off. I don't want it to fry, so that's a little bit too high of a temperature. If I get a thermometer, it's funny. I'm just like literally. It's about 117 degrees, just a little bit above boiling point for water. Is when you start. 100 degrees is when you start things bubble, because that's literally boiling point of water. Water is evaporating at that temperature. So I turn it off. So I don't want it to fry and I don't want it to color. I just want it to kind of just chill and marinate within the oil and flavor the oil that way. Additional secret, some guys like putting some parsley stem into their oil. It adds a lot of like freshness to it. I love doing it. I think it helps a lot, because you are effectively making some fragrant oil, and the more ingredients you have, the more complex it is. But you want to add some more background flavor into your oil and background flavor into your dish. So I know people add ingredients into the dish and say, oh, I'll add it, but you won't even like notice it. And other people argue, then why bother adding it if you're not going to notice it? You will actually notice it, because it's more of a background flavor rather than a front flavor. When you're eating Aglio olio, the garlic just hits you, but after that, the background flavor, if you don't have any other ingredient like this parsley stem, it's just garlic. It's just gonna be pretty plain. But if you add some more spices, like this parsley stem, yeah, it's a little bit more interesting. It's a dance, you know. Add some more spice. It's slightly better. I'm just gonna remove it in the end anyway. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Okay. While the pasta is cooking, I'll probably just keep this going. It's a very quick dish to make. Probably take me 20 minutes, but this is gonna be pretty boring because the oil is pretty much done and the pasta is just boiling off. So I'll just clean up and I'll get back to it. I'll turn on the video again when I'm transferring the pasta into the pan. Alrighty, we are back. It's been a few minutes, the pasta's been going. I actually just cleaned up a little bit and got some cheese and got my grater. And just a note, actually, when you're buying pasta, you can see in the average quantity per 100 grams here, make sure that the protein content is at least 14 grams. The mouthfeel of a 14-gram pasta is so much different than a 12-gram or a 10-gram pasta. That's actually one of the deciding thing, one of the factors on why your pasta could be al dente. It's with the protein content. So if you were to buy pasta, get 14 grams at the least, okay? And then other, like the texture, like you can see this is a good, it's a big brand, but it's one of their higher end. Anyway, Barilla, shout out. Please sponsor me if you want. But you can see that let's see. Okay, there you go. It's a little bit rough. It's not smooth, entirely smooth. The rougher it is, the better, because first of all, if it's rough, there's a lot of starch that could be held into it. So when you put it in the pasta water, the starch on the pasta will be in the water, and when you add the water into the pasta sauce, it will emulsify better. And the more ribbed it is, the more texture it has, the better the sauce will cling into your pasta. So be aware. If there's two things to watch out for when buying pasta, is the grams in protein per 100 grams has to be 14 grams at the least. And see if it's like textured. If it's smooth, then it's pretty, you're kind of guaranteed that it won't be that well, and the mouthfeel won't be that good. So that's that. Anyway, aside, the pasta is boiling. It's very soft. I could feel it. I could touch it. And yeah, I'll just try one. Al dente, it is ready. So back at it again. I'll turn on the pan now at the full high heat. I'll just remove this because it will be a pain to remove it if I were to add the pasta and leave this on. Okay, so we've got our flavored oil. This is the important part. This is what people usually miss out. People would usually get this pot, get a strainer, and dump the liquid gold, the pasta water, into the sink. That is a no-no. Please save your pasta water. The pasta water is the key for a good emulsion. So what I'm gonna do is, while it's boiling, I'll put it directly into the sauce. High heat is just going directly into the sauce. Directly into the sauce. No straining, no nothing, just pure liquid gold and oil. You're trying to make an emulsion out of it, and evaporating, and making an emulsion out of it, evaporating again. The more pasta water you add, the more saucy you get. So if you like yours to be pretty dry, then you can stop here. I like mine to be a little bit saucy because it kind of just hydrates the pasta and hydrates the dish. I just don't like eating pasta that's pretty dry, so it's really preference from here. I'm just gonna go to a spoon. Keep it hot, keep this hot, because if this is not boiling and you're adding it to the pan, you're lowering the temperature of the pan, and it takes longer for you to cook. Like that. You can see that it's still not going. There's nothing at the bottom of the pan yet. So there's still some oil, so I'm gonna add more pasta water. There we go. Now it's boiling. Now we're talking. Okay. Keep it going, keep it agitated. See? That is an emulsion. You boil it a little bit more. Wow, it's actually pretty hard to cook and watch what I'm doing and explain at the same time. I'm pretty much doing 3 things at once. Props to the other guys who could do it so naturally. I am using my entire brain cells, and I don't have plenty. See how it's emulsified now? Sorry, I'm back here. I hope you could see it now. There you go. Very emulsified. And if you could hear that, you know you're at a good spot. Oop, I think I just... There you go. You are at a very good spot if you can hear that. I'd like to taste the sauce now. And this is a good time to go for seasoning. Okay, a little bit under seasoned, so I'll add a little bit more salt and a little bit more pasta water. A bit more salt. That should be enough. Don't add too much because we will be adding some cheese. A bit more pasta water because I like it to be a little bit more saucy. From here you could go on forever, really. If you want more sauce and you want more thicker sauce, you add and you boil it off. See, I'm getting more thicker sauce. If you want a little bit more dry, then you can stop from here. It's not a... Come on, this is not rocket science. It's literally pasta. You're cooking pasta. Okay, I think we're done. Now I'm gonna add my parsley. Quick and easy. Just want to toss that in. The reason why I add parsley at last, because if you add parsley in a really hot pan, the freshness loosens up a little bit, kind of ruins the dish. You add parsley to add freshness, hence why I add it last. Okay, hear that? That's very good. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to transfer that into a plate. Screw it, I'll just dump everything. No need to be fancy here. I'm just at home cooking. And it's just going to be for me, not for Ari. And then you've worked hard on that sauce, so add that sauce. Just move things around. You work hard for this sauce. So add that sauce. Inside. Add some structure to it. Probably the wrong plate, but who cares? It's okay. It's just pasta for me. Okay, now you can eat this. This is already good, but I want cheese. Let's do cheese. I've got a trick for you guys. Instead of having the cheese and the grater on top like this, which means you have to keep your left hand stationary and your right hand moving, which is pretty difficult. It's not the end of the world if you do it, it's still okay. What I do is I put it on the chopping board and just keep it still. Sorry. Keep it still and just move the cheese. It's easier. And you get more cheese out of it, and I love cheese. There we go. That's enough. And with your bench scraper, really godsend the bench scraper. I just sprinkle it all over the pasta. Tell me when to stop. I could keep on going, who cares? Okay. And there you go. That is the most basic pasta dish. Good cook. Let me try to get a what do you call it? Like a thumbnail type of photo. Maybe I'll go to the window. Maybe I'll be outside. Oh, actually, get my phone to make sure I'm at the right place. There you go. Let's go outside. Is that better? I actually don't know if that's better or not. There you go. That's so good. That lighting is mint. That is mint. There you go. See. Okay. Any other additions to this could be lemon, but I like it by itself, and I think it's pretty hot to eat. Yeah. Very good. Good emulsion. Good cheese. Freshness from the parsley. You taste garlic, but on the background you can feel the parsley. Anyway, that's it. As simple as it is, that is Aglio olio. Hope you try it. Please practice this. If you could master Aglio olio, you could do any pasta dishes really. It's the emulsion. Get the emulsion right. Oh good, finish it here. See ya. I still have that red thing on my forehead, but anyway, I forgot to do the please like and subscribe to my channel. But I know it's pretty pretentious, but if you could support this channel, please like and subscribe this video and share it to your friends if you find this interesting. I will try to keep on posting at least like once a month, or if I have time, more often than that. So yeah. If you have any suggestions in videography, just put a comment. I'll see. I think I need to upgrade my setup still, and it's pretty basic. First time me doing this. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for watching.